Your guardian angels are proud of who you've become, and they're here to offer some insight and guidance in the form of this video. Misunderstandings and arguments can be difficult to manage, even in cases where you know you're in the right. Sometimes the fact that you're correct can make things even worse, depending on how you handle the situation. The angels say, "It's not easy to admit defeat, but it's even more difficult to do so when you know you're correct. Such a situation is enough to make people wonder why they would want to concede in the first place, given their position." The answer is simple. If you care about someone, there are more important things than being right. For example, even if you've won an argument, try to picture what happens afterward. Are you proud of the fact that you've won an argument? In most cases, especially if you argued with someone you love, the answer is no. There are going to be situations when the universe's solutions aren't necessarily the most obvious things, which is why your guardian angels are sharing this message. Even if you know you're right, your heart of hearts might not necessarily agree with your chosen stance. All things considered, it can be a rather confusing message, especially during a more heated conversation. When emotions run high, you want to prove your point as much as possible, just as they want to prove theirs. It can result in hurtful words that neither of you really mean at the end of the day. And so, your guardian angels offer you advice that is most likely to result in more blessings down the line. There are times when you must make a move to be more diplomatic, even if you know you are correct. There will be moments when it's better to turn the other cheek, as it will allow a person to see your point of view more clearly, even if it's after the fact. It isn't always about winning, and you know this. Your guardian angels have watched you intently over the years, and they know how caring you can be. Some arguments are easy to win, but is winning really what you want to do? There are moments when the goal is to educate, which can sometimes escalate into a passionate exchange if the other person isn't receptive. In this particular situation, you know you're right, yet you must think about how your future self would have done things if given a second chance. I repeat, you know deep down that you're right, yet you must think about how you intend to resolve the situation. From a certain perspective, the ideal scenario will show itself. As far as considering how your future self might have done things, it's all about asking yourself the right questions. For example, you've likely already been in a situation where you wish you could have said something else after the fact. There have likely been scenarios where you would have acted differently if given a second chance. After all, hindsight is 20/20, and it's all about trial and error. That said, you've been through enough situations where the insight is within you already. You've experienced many similar scenarios, which means you know what your future self would have wanted. Your guardian angels don't want you to regret what happens, which is why they wish to offer this perspective. When it comes to winning arguments with the people you love, it never feels quite right, especially when you've been given the chance to reflect. And so, your guardian angels offer the chance to reflect right this moment. There's nothing wrong with asking yourself if what you've done is the right thing. Upon first glance, it might seem like the right thing, especially if you're convinced that you're right. However, just how willing are you to be right? Would you be willing to hurt those you love to affirm to yourself that you are correct? Or would you be willing to concede so you aren't put in such a situation? The latter is not an easy road to travel, as it will likely result in the other person feeling justified and potentially hurting you in the process. In essence, you are turning the situation around in their favor. If you're wondering why you would ever want to do that, your guardian angels urge you to reflect on past actions and how you've said and done certain things that you regret. It's all about putting things into perspective and doing something that your future self would be proud of. Remember that those who think before they act tend to gather more blessings from the universe. Those who act for the sake of others rather than themselves are blessed, and your guardian angels know you will always do the right thing when given the chance. Another reason why the topic of arguments and misunderstandings comes up is because you're about to experience a surprising number of opportunities. Your luck is set to move in a positive direction this year, which means you'll get many chances to improve your life in various ways. As such, the most challenging part of this message from your guardian angels is learning when to turn the other cheek. If you want to gather blessings for yourself, you must first become a blessing to others. Fortunately, this comes naturally to you. The person in the mirror is someone worthy of respect, praise, and love. The good news is that you'll receive these blessings without any actions on your part. Your guardian angels are simply sharing this message in the hopes that you will pay these blessings forward. This brings us to the many synchronicity signs in your life. These synchronicity signs typically involve coincidences and objects that point towards something the cosmos wishes you to know. These signs offer insight, much the same way your guardian angels are doing right this moment. In this case, the synchronicity sign is simple: garlic. It might come across as a rather odd sign, but you'd be surprised at the spiritual significance of this culinary staple. Did you know that in some cultures, garlic is used to help stave off negative and evil spirits? It is a wall that protects those who hang garlic around their home. Those who eat garlic are also said to repel evil spirits, and not necessarily because of garlic breath. The reason why the cosmos chooses garlic as one of your synchronicity signs is because of how unexpectedly helpful garlic can be. Whether through science or superstition, garlic is known to be extremely beneficial. Whether people perceive you as right or wrong, it doesn't change the fact that you have their best interest at heart, which is what truly matters. You are also quite lucky to have garlic as your synchronicity sign, as garlic will bring you good fortune. Since garlic is often a part of daily life, the cosmos has made it easier to gather its blessings, as garlic is now a beacon of fortune for you. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, as they navigate the complexities of being right in difficult situations, grant them the wisdom to see beyond their own perspective. Guide them to prioritize understanding and compassion over the need to prove themselves correct. Help them recognize the value of humility and diplomacy, especially in moments of conflict with loved ones. May they find strength in reflecting on their actions and striving to be a blessing to others. Amen. Your guardian angels depart with these words. Take the time to be thankful for what you have, and know that family and friends will always be grateful to have you. Stay strong, and know that the world is a better place with you in it. Type 888 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on one more time sensitive message from the angels to you. and you need to hear it today because this is extremely unusual. Someone or something seems to be trying to block you from receiving this urgent guidance. You've been missing countless signals that the universe is sending you. Luckily, those messages are still available to you. Please click the link in the description to find the messages that you missed. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?